untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made.
Say it with me. Cap, 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 cap. They are so full of the cap, man. I can't.
And when you ask them how much should we give, who's the only answer? Yo, it ain't me.
Like it was back in the style.
Stay on your mind, come back every time, baby. I'ma keep you craving. Baby, I'ma keep you craving.
Asteroid of fear.
Money trees is the perfect place for shade, and that's just how I see.
Poisoning the brainwash mind. It was back in the style. You ready? Let's go.
I'ma make you pump like that. 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 Jack like that.
just take a cruise and let the sunshine play. Something more, something new, something you get attracted to. That light that shines on water in the midnight blue. So let's ride, catch a vibe, go get lost in our mind. Feels good just to know that I'm alive. Nothing in the world could ever take this from me. Alive with the feeling that you love. The good times go by too fast. Yeah, I wish time would tick a little slower. Sometimes it feels like a blink and then it's over. Better soak it in, better make it last. Live it up while we can, cause the good times go by too fast. Ooh, the good times go by too fast. The good times go by too fast.
I got summer on my mind, nowhere else to go. Take me downtown to you, baby, show me love, what I can.
Stay on your mind, come back every time, baby. I'ma keep you craving. Baby, I'ma keep you craving.
Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. I've been taking care of business. It's all mine. Taking care of business and working overtime. Work out. This was easy as fishing. You could be a musician if you could make sound. Carry on my wayward son. Broken rider, I'm a restless fighter, and I'm looking for a little hope. I'm a shadow thinker, I'm a one-eyed blinker at the end of his rope. I'm a dead man walking, a preacher talking about love and how to be free. Lord, I'm a dying dove with a heart like most below. Oh Lord, ain't no one else like me. We head to the paddock, it's almost automatic, leaving the trailer shit from the sale. Scooting, walking, heel boots down Exchange Avenue, the hell was nearly raising itself. It's 1982, the market's through the roof, we're living plenty high on the swine. And I'm finally sitting pretty in Oklahoma City, ain't nothing gonna stop me tonight. Scared money don't mean nothing, nothing in life can come free. Grab what you can carry while the getting's still good, and nothing's all you ever gonna be. Born in a boom town, been up and been down, and I ain't afraid to.
You must increase the hunger level, the desperation level, and you must get more focused.
I got summer on my mind, nowhere else to Lord, take me downtown to you. Baby, show me love, but I can't take it. What I said was true, real pain can't fake it. Still they wanna be with me, still they wanna live with me, still they wanna.
What's going on, everyone? I'm Jason with First Mates, and this is Live on Deck. This is going to be our new video series where we focus on different areas of our business that are here to help you, the different divisions and services that we offer. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our boat brokerage division and what sets us apart, what makes us unique. And to know that is to know First Mates. So this company started January of this year with the idea of how do we make the traditional hard parts of boat ownership, how do we make those easier? And the way to do that is to provide services all in-house under one company. And those divisions are our boat loans department, our boat management division, and our boat brokerage division. So the time you buy a boat to the time you look to get a loan for that boat, all the times you need to maintain it, and then when you sell it, each phase, the traditional hard parts, we help take care of. So having those other divisions coupled with our brokerage division, it makes it tremendously easier and advantageous to sell boats in our brokerage division. So if you are looking to sell your boat and we need to get it detailed, we need to get a 100-hour service done, it's already something our boat management company does every day, so it makes it real nice to be able to pick up the phone, call Joe and say, hey, let's get this boat in line so we can get it ready to sell. Now if it needs a new battery or a live well pump, bilge pump, navigation light, something easy, we'll knock that out for you just to make the time go by even faster. The boat loan division is probably the biggest help that I would say in selling a boat. And why is that? Well, so often a buyer comes to you and says, hey, I like the boat, everything was great running it, I just want to go talk to my bank and I'll get back to you. And then you never hear from them. Well, there's so many reasons why, but when you have an in-house finance department, we can stay in communication with that buyer the entire process. On top of that, you never know where that guy's going to their bank. It could be a bank that specializes in house mortgages, and of course you're not going to have a good boat loan rate. So to be able to have a finance department that can guide that buyer in there really helps close deals. And on top of that, we take great pride in our finance department in being able to look at a credit history, look at a boat that's being purchased, and know which 2 or 3 banks that are going to give that person the best loan. So we're not going to shotgun your rate, throw it all out there. We really take the time to look at the deal and really understand which banks are going to help out the customer the most. So having those 2 divisions that we work us alongside of every day really makes it a lot easier to sell boats for us. And it keeps it all in-house. You're talking to the same person. You don't have to go to this person and that person. It's all one group of guys here, guys and gals. And it just makes even the registration side of things, all the different forms of DNR, bill of sale, a status change form, loan satisfaction forms, property taxes, and the new changes of how that's happening. To be able to work with someone in-house like that really helps out the buyers and sellers as well. So to have those 2 divisions is very key for us in selling boats. And then on top of that, one of the biggest keys I would say is the days of commission rates for brokers. They're just changing simply. Normally it's been 10%, but boats have gotten so much more expensive as we've all seen. So we can't just keep holding the same old way we used to do things. So with that, we kind of have a rule of thumb. If it's $150,000, it will stick to a 10%. If it's $150,000 to $500,000, we go to 5%, and if it's over $500,000, we'll go to 3%. Now, again, that is a rule of thumb. The most important thing in this is to sell your boat. So, if we have to work out a deal, we'll look at some numbers and say, hey, my boat's probably going to sell for about $130,000, but I don't have room to give up 10% of that. That's fine. Let's just come to an agreement. Let's look into some numbers and let's get it sold. So that's probably the most important part of that process, and one that I feel like gets overlooked. So if you need help, we'll figure out a way to make it happen. Myself, I cover Georgetown up to Little River, Wilmington area. We just partnered with Will Cox down in Somerville, who's going to cover Charleston and the Low Country area. Will has over 20 plus years of experience in the boat manufacturing side of the industry, and I can't tell you how tremendous that is going to be from a knowledge standpoint from working with different boat manufacturers in Charleston for us. If you're interested in becoming a broker, we also not only, of course, pay you on the commission of a boat, but the commission on the financing, something that you don't see a whole lot. So if you want to sell some boats, we would love to expand and help you out. If you ever have any questions, please don't feel to hesitate to reach out to myself. If you want to look to sell or buy a boat, if you need help with financing, if you need help with boat management, if you live out of town, too busy, or just need an extra hand getting your boat ready for the weekend or for the year, we can help out with that as well. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channel, Vimeo, all over social media. Our website is firstmates.net. Our phone number is 843-212-7988. So if we can help, please reach out. Other than that, we'll see you next time live on deck. Everybody, I'm Jason, this is Joe. We're with First Mates, and this is another edition of Live on Deck. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our boat management division and what that can do for our customers out there. Joe heads up our boat management division. So Joe, tell everybody a little bit about what it is and what it can be for them.
For boat management, we reach out to customers, and it's like property management for a house, but only for a boat. A lot of customers up and down the coast have second homes, and the boats sit there for months on end, and nobody ever looks at those, and they come into town and there's inevitably always a problem. So we try to be proactive to go out to make sure when the boat is ready, when they are ready for the boat.
Today we are working on a customer's boat, a repeat customer. Had an issue last time he was down at the beach, called us up, told us what was going on, and so Joe told me kind of how we corresponded and what we did today to help him out.
So most repair shops this time of year are 3 or 4 weeks out. So if there's something that we can take care of to get the customer back on the water so they don't lose months and months of the summer, we do that. Time's precious. Today, customer had a problem with his steering friction, which he uses the boat in the creek for flounder trolling. And the steering friction locks the engine in place so he can just leave the throttle on and ease down the creek without steering the motor. But we took that apart, cleaned it, reassembled it, got it working nicely again. But also because of where he's fishing, he picks up sand and shells, and it wasn't expressing water at low RPM, and it needed cleaning out. The water pump was fairly new and in good shape. So we went through and we opened the thermostat up, we cleaned the cooling system, ran water through it, and we got it expressing water like it needs to again.
So next time he comes back down, he's ready to go. He doesn't have to waste any time coming out to the beach and not being able to fish. Our boat management division, it really targets those that are too busy, don't have enough time to always check on the boat, live out of town, keep your boat at a dry stack or a storage area. We understand the value of time on the water, and if you're just one of those people that maybe just needs a helping hand one time, feel free to give us a call. Joe, maybe say a little bit more about the extent of our services and what all we can and do.
For boat management, we schedule services, we schedule detailing. A big thing for this area, we pull for hurricane evacuations to get your boat to safety. We offer cleanup services. We'll do a 50-point inspection. We'll come out. If you give us a call and say you're coming in 3 weeks and you haven't checked the boat yet for the summer, we'll go out and do a 50-point inspection. If everything's good, we'll let you know that. It'll be fine. If something needs to be taken care of, we'll try to take care of it. If not, we'll get it to your favorite dealer in a timely manner so you don't lose time on the water.
All right, and we're avid people on the water, so we understand the value in that. So if there's anything boat-related maintenance service that you need to get done, if you have an issue, call us. We'll make it happen. Again, I'm Jason. This is Joe. Feel free to reach out anytime. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time live on deck.
Thank you.
Breathe in, breathe out.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Jason with First Mates, and this is another edition of Live on Deck. Today we're going over the all-new McKee Craft. Today we're on the 16-foot, and I want to kind of reintroduce you back to McKee Craft. They're the same boats you've always known and loved. Everybody seems to have a story of McKee, be it your dad, your granddad. You grew up fishing on one. They're back in business, been a little over a year now. They started with the 14 foots, now the 16 foots. Currently working on the 19s and 17s, and are going to continue to progress up to the 28s. McKee's been in business for over 50 years. Chris McKee is the one who has opened it back up. They've built over 30,000 boats. They're 3 generations of family in building and designing these boats, and they're still the 100% unsinkable boat. To do this, they use their PBS system unique to McKee Craft, pressure bonding system. It's a method of construction allowing the strength of the deck to combine with the strength of the hull, complementing each other, resulting in the most rigid hulls in the industry. The system of PBS that McKee Craft utilizes is a method of injecting polyurethane foam that expands to 50 times its original volume in less than a minute. The combination of heat and intense pressure chemically and mechanically bonds every square inch of the hull to every square inch of the deck. 2 pieces become an integral part. The PBS system's added rigidity greatly reduces hull noise, stress cracking, and minimizes hull flex in rough seas. The Coast Guard requirements for these, they exceed it with up to 3 times the flotation needed. The foam boat, they allow it to cure overnight, giving it a longer curing process, further strengthening the hull. And they don't use any wood or composite stringer systems. This boat being the 16 foot, it's a 6'7" beam and a 9-inch draft. It's the same McKee craft you've always known. So they've had to tweak some things, being kind of accommodating to our needs today. For instance, this 16 foot on the bow has a backing plate for trolling motors. Everybody wants a trolling motor now. The 19 foot, they're working on a bigger console to accommodate bigger GPS screens, because everybody wants to flush mount a bigger GPS now. The 16 foot here, they're working with some upholstery manufacturers to do bow cushions and backrests that are so much of an option and integral part of all boats now. So there's some little odds and ends that they got to figure out, but other than that, the same super strong traditional boat that you've always known. Super roomy, big bow, big storage, just classic look that McKee has always been. If you have any questions, want to take this one for a ride, have questions on pricing, production timelines, anything like that, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Again, I'm Jason with First Mates, and we'll catch you next time live I'm Jason with First Mates, and this is another edition of Live on Deck. Today we're with our full broker team, and we're going to kind of introduce ourselves, give you a little bit about our history and what it is that we offer that better suits you, the customer. So if you've been following along, we've now been in business for a year, and last year it was primarily me and Will, and then Matt came along, and now we've added 2 more to end up now covering the entire coast of South Carolina. So how about first, let's just introduce ourselves, kind of put a name to the face, let you know where we cover and our kind of zones and where we currently are now. So again, I'm Jason. I'm here in Georgetown. I kind of cover McClellanville up to Surfside, Murrells Inlet, that sort of area. Me and 2 others started First Mates last year. For that, worked at 2 other boat dealers, and have since kind of grown into more of a brokerage side of things, and this is how we kind of came about. I would say let's start at the bottom of the state. Matt, say your name, where you live, the area, your boating experience, and kind of how we connected and got you here at First Mates.
Okay.
My name is Matt McNinch. I live in Bluffton, South Carolina. I've known Jason since high school at least. Born and raised in South Carolina, and I will be covering from Beaufort, South Carolina, down to Savannah, Georgia area.
Okay.
And I love fishing, obviously, so I'm around boats quite often.
So Matt will kind of start us out in the lower part of the state. And cover that Savannah area, like you said. Matt came to us by casual conversation. I reached out to you, asked who you knew down that way, and you said, well, shoot, I will. I can do it. So that's how we got hooked up. Will, let's go to you. Will was with us for the most part of last year, so you kind of got a full year under your belt. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
So, my name's Will Cox. I cover Charleston, South Carolina, kind of that area. Give or take some counties. Been in boat manufacturing for 20 plus years. Enjoy boats, love fishing, love the salt. Met Jason through a dealer he used to work at. Just kind of gone from there.
Tyler, since y'all are kind of close.
Yeah, so my name is Tyler Neal. I'm born and raised in South Carolina. I've been just about on every side of the boat industry there is. I've been in retail sales for a dealership. I work for a manufacturer. I've been a guide. I'm licensed captain. Now on the brokerage side of things, and I'm servicing the Charleston, Sullivan's Island, and Olive Palms area.
And Matt?
My name's Matt Locklear, North Myrtle Beach area. Been running dry stacks 10 plus years. Started at Cricket Cove, now currently run North Myrtle Beach dry stack. Been around boats for 10 plus years. So I met Jason through, I guess he came by and introduced and wanted to know if anybody could sell boats in my area, and I said, well, instead of me giving the business away to all these other brokers in the area, why not be me?
Right.
So, yep, that's where we came together.
I think that's about how we all kind of got in this position here. I know I called you and asked the same thing.
Yeah.
I said, or I texted you, and you said, well, I'll do that. So it's cool to see it work out. We've all known each other prior to this in some way. We've worked together, grown up together, had a lot of good times together. And so the biggest benefit I would say to that is I didn't have to put out an Indeed ad and look for a salesman. And that was the number one thing we didn't want going into this, is any kind of, we don't want a salesman atmosphere. We want a friend going with you to help you sell your boat. In this room is a ton of experience from every side of the boating world. And I think that is one of the top 3 attributes about us that makes us different than anyone else. We come from boat manufacturers, captains, avid fishermen, dry stack, ton of experience from the sales side, all combined together. So that we just got done saying it in our text group, to lean on each other as much as we can internally, because there's just so much experience there. So now that we've got this new year ahead of us, we are covering the entire SC coast, which I think is going to be a phenomenal year for us, just spreading the word and getting out there of who we are a little more. But now that we have kind of broadened our reach, that is good. But the second big factor about us that better serves you, the customer, so often the term full service broker gets thrown out there. So let's talk about that for a second. What is a full service broker? Well, if Mr. Customer, I'm gonna get somebody to help me sell my boat, well, what's the first step you do? You want to get it fixed up, cleaned up, and prepared. Well, then you go through the sales process. Then you go through the loan process. And then you go through proper documentation and registration. So if I'm looking at full service, I'm looking at the time that I have to get it ready to the time the final paperwork's done. And that's who we are. Everything is in-house. We have a service department in-house. If your boat needs a new GPS, or you have a technical question of why the autopilot isn't working out there, you call us. Our brokers and me, when we're out there, we have a guy we can call that works for us, that's over our service department, that can answer that question right then and there. So every aspect of getting the boat ready, as much as you want it to be ready, pre-sale, if it's just on the technical question side, we have that in-house. And then we get us involved. We'll do everything from drone videos, pictures, ads. A lot of boosting and advertising and enhancing goes on for paid advertisements along with selling the boat. We'll handle all that. The number 1 or 2, our experience is number 1, and us just being the group of guys we are, but having a boat loans division in our in-house and with First Mates is probably the number 1 factor to closing deals. No longer, if you have a potential buyer, do they have to say, oh, well, let me go to my bank and I'll get back to you. And we have no clue what happens to them then. We don't know if they didn't like the boat and just didn't tell us. We don't know if their local bank doesn't even do boat loans. So our in-house finance manager, Janice runs our own boat loans division. So having that resource allows us to keep constant communication with that buyer, and it makes closing a deal so much easier. It makes selling your boat easier and better with us. So when you combine just the experience that this group brings together, Having the different divisions in-house really makes us a true full-service broker. So if you have any questions, I'm glad we finally got to come together to start this year off. This is us. This is a face to the name. Again, we cover a pretty broad reach now up and down the coast. Can offer everything, one-stop shop, and help you out. The name of this game is making this easy on you, the customer, and being able to offer all this is what we're here to do. So if we can help, reach out to me. If you know these guys, if you're around their area, reach out to them. We'll get you set up and we'll get your boat sold. Other than that, we'll catch you next time live on deck. Thanks. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jason with First Mates, and this is Joe, our service manager. Today's another edition of Live on Deck. It's been a while since we've talked about some of our boat management and mobile service capabilities. And today, now that the season's really kicked off in high gear, we want to give you a glimpse of what we have at the shop today and what we're doing. Joe, I'll let you start off with the scoot here and kind of let them know what's up with this fella.
I had a customer call earlier in the week, and he's fishing a tournament on Saturday. He was having trim issues, and he was wanting to know if there was any way we could get in and get him going for Saturday. So I told him, hey, drop by and I'll find a time to check it out. We checked it out, and we're getting him back on the water for the weekend, and he should bring it back next week for us to do the complete repair. So he's going to be happy. He's going to get the fish, and we'll get it done next week. He doesn't lose tournament days, which is important to a lot of guys, and I think he's going to be happy at the end of the day.
Cool. I think the War Eagle, what is that, another service?
It's a customer that we have, and we did a service. There was an issue with the jack plate, just getting it ready for the spring, mainly. It had 290 hours on it, needed a water pump and some other things, so we got it going. I'm about to deliver it back to the customer this afternoon, so he'll have that for the weekend as well.
Cool. And then in the distance, you can see 301 Cobia, a fairly new one, 2022, 23, somewhere in that nature. And then a contender behind it. You can see a little bit there.
It's a 1996 model.
Okay. Both of those are our true boat management customers. Joe, tell a little bit about what we do with both of those.
Well, the first one, the 301 Cody, there's not a lot going on with it. Customer did have some electrical issues last year. He brought it to us. We took care of it. He was very happy with it, and he's continued to bring it back to us, which is a great thing. We pulled it out of mothballs for the winter, and he's getting it ready for spring fishing season. So we went through it, made sure everything was good, checked the functions, checked the batteries, basically went through so when it drops in the water, it'll be ready to go. We took it to one of our partners to have it detailed, and it's been completely detailed and shined up like a new penny, so it's ready to go.
And he stores it when he has to with us, and we drop it in for him when he calls on the weekend to let it go in. So pretty much turnkey. He just makes a phone call and we take care of that one. And I think the contender is about the same scenario there.
It is. He's a customer that I've dealt with for over 20 years. Was looking for somewhere to store his boat again last year. Lost a storage spot. He gave us a call, and I said, yeah, sure, we can store it for you. And I know he comes in every June, and we go through the boat. He's very particular. He wants to make sure everything on it works. It's an old boat, so it takes a little bit of love to get it up to speed. But we make sure it's serviced in the spring. Everything's working. We actually go run the boat for him. He's actually got a War Eagle similar to this beside. We go through both of the boats. We make sure they're perfect for him. We just ran the War Eagle for about 45 minutes on the water yesterday and checked every function, and it's perfect. He'll be in a few weeks. We'll clean it and present it to him. It'll be fine. The other boat, like I said, it's a 1996 model, so we've got a few bumps and bruises on it. We'll get it cleaned up. We'll go through and make sure everything's working for him. He'll be in at the very beginning of June, the day before he comes in. We'll have it sitting at the dock, fueled up, cleaned up, ready to go. All he's got to do is put ice and bait on the boat, his rods, and go fishing.
So that kind of gives you a little broader spectrum, be it you need to be on the water for tournament weekend, routine service on the War Eagle, and then full spectrum, taking care of the boat from storage to dropping it in, getting it cleaned up with our buddies at TNT to making sure all the functions are good. When they want it ready, it's ready, and no hiccups when they come down and they want to be on the water. So if y'all have any questions, want to get signed up to any of our boat management services, need any mobile service calls or service here at the shop, storage, any of those items we can take care of. A lot of things in the background going on right now that we hope we can share here soon. So stay tuned on what we're doing on social media, and we'll probably be able to hopefully update y'all on some new things coming here in the works. But again, I'm Jason. I do our sales and brokerage. Joe Goins, many of y'all know him for a long time. Anything service or parts, he's your guy. So if we can help you out, give us a shout. We'd be glad to do it. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jason with First Mates Marine, and today we're going to introduce you to Thor boats. They're built in Union City, Tennessee. They've been around for a few years now, but the past year they've really gained traction throughout the Southeast. They're growing super fast, evident because of their fit and finish and rigging capabilities. It was that first got our interest in these boats. They ended up actually calling us and asking if we'd like to take the product line, and we've been happy to do so. Everybody that stops and looks at this boat says the same thing. It's the best rig, fit and finish aluminum boat they've ever seen. So today I'm going to introduce you to some of that, show you some things. If you got time, stop by, check them out. You want to take a ride, I'll be glad to do so. Even if you're not in the market, just come check them out. You'll be doing yourself a favor. So they make a 17 tiller, a 17 mud boat, 18 tiller, 18 side console, a 19 center. They're working on a 19 side console, a 21 center, and a 15 and 16 tiller handle boat. So they're growing as fast as they possibly can and coming out with new models. But today we're going to look at the 17 timber hammer, and the 19 center console. First, we have the 17 timber hammer. It comes with a Yamaha 60 horsepower engine, aluminum trailer, spare tire, aluminum wheels, fender steps, lighted logos. This is the OD color. Starting up at the bow, you have your built-in spotlights. They're not an add-on, they're built into the boat. They have a reese hitch here. That's for accessories, spud pole, gigging lights. The timber hammer has this extrusion on the keel. For us down here with oyster beds and flooded timber, that's a lot more protection. They do recessed fold-down cleats, cup holder. Have access plates up on the bow with rigging tubes to the back of the boat that makes rigging and pulling wires for GPS or other spotlights very nice. Switch panel with all your lights, trolling motor, separate space for an additional rocker switch if you need one. They do a double T-rail system for your accessories. That way if you have rod holders or have a duck blind mount, they don't get in the way of each other. You have multiple locations. I want you to notice how deep these sides are. Definitely deeper than anything else out there. Provides a lot more security, safeness for keeping gear in. When I talk about fit and finish, this is what I mean. Blacked out boxes, bilge area, keeps it clean looking. It gets just a nice overall look. The lids all have weather stripping on them. You got raised lids and drainage systems throughout each one, weather stripping, mats on each side. Same for this step box, your rod box, and this storage area here. They are working on a live well for this boat as well. Big drain, switch panel, 2 base plates with Millennium seats, a nice transom with a step up there so you don't have to have a ladder. And this is what I mean by clean rigging. It's just done very nice and neat. Drain tube holders. And this is the bilge. Again, blacked out, clean, fuse block, on-off switch, battery trays already in there. On each lid is the names of the person that builds the boats. So if you got questions, they know exactly who to talk to. Again, just extra steps of making sure that everything has the best fit and finish and clean as it can be. 17-foot timber hammer with a 60. This boat's 26.5. We have another one in camo. This is their 19-foot. Again, as clean as it gets in rigging. Super nice, thawed out. This is their Cryptic Flyways camo pattern. It's like your marsh grass. Again, bilge area, who built it, clean rigging, on-off switch, huge fuel tank. You control the beach and make it to the sandbar and not worry about gas. I can't tell you how big of an advantage that is on a 19-foot boat. Again, T-rail system, fold-down cleats, undergunnel lights on both of them. This one has green. That 17 has an amber color. Jump seats, cup holders, console that provides tons of walking room. Again, deep sides in this boat. Makes you feel more safe and secure, keeping things inside the boat. On the bow, you have 2 storage boxes on each side. Again, drain tubes, raised lids, weather mats, weather stripping is very nice. 3 base plates up front. Again, access panels with rigging tubes to the back of the boat. This is 1 live well, very big live well. Trolling motor batteries, rigging is already there. Trays, breakers. Again, drain tube, keeping water out of these boxes. Very nicely done. Big casting platform up here. Tons of space, tons of room. They are working on a 19-foot that has a different layout up front for those that want a drop-down deck. So that is in the works. Super strong boat. Everything is built with a mindset of being tough, rigorous. This is their jump seat, unique to Thor boats. So often we have a center console with a backrest. I'd venture to say next time you're on the water, think about how often your back is on that backrest. I know mine's not unless I'm sitting in the boat in the driveway and lean back working on things. This has a 3-position post. Right now it's in the bench seat location. When you sit down, you have perfect line of sight, comfortable, room for 2 people. If you want to raise it up, you simply pull that lever. And now you have a leaning post. Again, great line of sight, comfortable if you want to lean up on a post while you're running the boat. Behind that is the other live well. Very big live well here as well. What I love about this leaning post, we use these boats for everything, right? We duck hunt, we shrimp, we fish, we go get oysters, we throw a cast net. It gives you the ability to drop that down. Now throwing the cast net, the leaning post isn't in the way. Casting rod, not in the way. When you sit in that base plate, if you're duck hunting, you now have full range of motion when you swing through your shot. Either way, right elbow or left elbow, either side that you're on, you can now have all that room back there. I think that's a design that a lot of people are going to copycat here going forward. But it just makes for things that they're thinking of what the fisherman, what the hunting person needs. Fit and finish, nav lights, built in. Again, they take the extra steps of making these things to where it's easier for us to rig boats, for to work on them on down the line after they get from the factory. thawed out, clean rigging, awesome laid out, awesome riding boats. If you're not in the market, again, just stop by. I'd be glad to show them. You'd be doing yourself a favor. If you want to run it, you don't have to be in the market. I'll take you out on a ride and show you what all the latest hype is on these Thor boats. We have 2 19s in stock and 2 17s in stock. So stop by, give us a call, First Mates Marine, www.firstmates.net, or our phone number is 843-212-7988. Again, guys, any questions, give us a call. Come check these boats out. You won't find a better one that's rigged, built, fit, and finished, tough as can be. Thanks, guys. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jason with First Mates Marine, and today we're going to introduce you to Cast and Blast boats. If you are from the Low Country, Georgetown, Charleston, you are already familiar with this boat. There's been a lot of interest and excitement around town now that we have them. So today I'm just going to go over some features with you, show you what they're all about. They've been around for 11 years now. They started out with the intent to make a boat that is the do-it-all boat for the Low Country. So many of us all have a John boat, and then we have our fishing boat. This boat does both. It has the capabilities of a flats boat, but also the capabilities of a John boat to go hunting in them. You can shrimp out of them, shoot marsh hens, fish flood tides, you can duck hunt, you can get oysters. It is really a do-it-all boat. There's been some copycats in recent years that are getting into the aluminum flats boat game. So that means people really are seeing the benefits. You don't have the upkeep of fiberglass. You have the convenience of just washing it off when you get home. If you run over and scrape an oyster bed, you're not worried about it digging into it. So just overall, the benefits of that aluminum world plus the benefits of the fiberglass world. Shallow water draft, 5 to 7 inches, 17 foot long. You can do anywhere from a 40 to 90 horsepower. And then we have a lot of other options. So I'm going to take the camera and start showing you some of these features that you can do to customize these boats. So right now we have a 17 tiller and a 17 console. So you have 3 live well options. You can do a live well in front of the console, and then you can do a live well on the port or starboard side. You can do all 3 if you want to. You can also do a console that is a taller console and no live well in front of it, and that gives you the ability to put a 45 quart cooler. You do have rod storage on the left side of this or a rod rack on the left side of this console. It is offset to keep from bumping into it as you're walking around. You do have rod storage underneath each gunnel. You have 2 cup holders in the back. Your fuel tank is up front here in this hatch. Tons of space in here for all your boat equipment, your bumpers, your fenders, life jackets. We can run your trolling motor batteries. If you need any kind of electronics, we can handle all that. Power poles, trolling motors. In front of that is your anchor locker. Deep with plenty of room for any amount of rope you need there. Big casting platform or casting deck. We can do a raised casting platform. We have polling towers on these. You don't have to get the polling tower if you don't want. We've seen some options for that. You can do any kind of powder coating, be it black. You can matte black it. You can do gloss. You can do white, whichever color you want. You do have options for deck it. You can do any of their normal patterns. You can get a camo pattern. My next boat coming up is going to be like an OD green with tan to appeal to some more people duck hunting. And then you can do like a camo deck pattern on top, so that will look really cool. You can do 2-tone schemes. If you wanted a white interior with a colored exterior, you can do that as well. The console Switching is there. On the tiller handle, it is on the back side, but easily accessible while you're driving. There is a bench seat cushion on each of these. You can do a backrest. And that backrest pulling, you can also get powder coated. But tons of space in here as well. Easy access, easy to rig, very convenient for us, the dealer, and you, the customer, on down the road for whatever you want to add. They are 125 gauge aluminum, so that makes them super quiet. You don't get the hole slap that you're used to on other John boats. Nice V front entry. So smooth ride getting across the bay. Again, 5 to 7 inches on the draft, so you can still get to some shallow waters. The back side, you have pop-up cleats on each side. High-speed pickups. We can also do any kind of jack plate if you want to do that. Not a problem there. Push pole holder set on each side. We can do extra rod holders on the poling platform. So if you got the need for a hunting boat and fishing boat, you want to go console or tiller handler, you really can do it all in these boats. What's so great is they're a 17-foot boat, the in-between of our John boats and our fishing boats. So it makes it able to sneak up in any kind of shallow water flats, get back in any kind of potholes that you want to duck hunt out of. Shallow water, so you're not worried about it there. Aluminum, so you're not worried about it scraping oysters. You can do any kind of color pattern, so if you do hunt more than you fish, you can do that OD green or all tan, whichever route you want to go. If you haven't been on one, want to go take a ride, let us know. We are super excited to get these. We just got them at the end of the summer. The first one we sold in like a week. We have these two now, and again, I want to get another one with a little more camo aspect to it. Float on aluminum trailers with torsion axles. The other great thing I love about these boats is you know the person that's building them each time. So the quality stays consistent on every single one that goes out the door. Recessed nav lights. We can black them all out to go with the color scheme. A lot of customization available to make it your own. It's just a perfect boat to go hunt and fish out of. If you want to take a ride, let us know. If you want to come by and just check them out, let us know. If you want any pricing options, give us a shout. We do have tags out here on all the boats. This one is $33,500 with a 70 in the console option. Tiller handle with a 40 is $30,500. If you want any pricing options, call me. I can email you a whole spec sheet. Thanks for tuning in, guys. You got any questions, give us a shout.
Stay account of how you treat me. Oh, I got to stay away. Well, come on, schoolgirl, and I go home with you. Oh, tell me, baby, don't know what to do. Good morning, little schoolgirl, I go home with you.
searching for the truth in an ocean of light, trying to find a reason to make the whole thing right, can make you old before your time. When I was younger, I thought I'd rule the world. It was an oyster at my